Hey everybody, my name is Kim and welcome to our Fit with Faith Coach Sneak Peek. Today, for day one, we thought the best way to get started would be to introduce you to ourselves and let you know just a little bit about who we are as a team. Obviously, you can tell right off the bat that we are moms. So we have little ones. Mine is upstairs napping right now by the grace of God, but we have two little ones on the call with us, and this is how we work our businesses. So a lot of times we are getting some work in with our kids on our laps or while they're playing right beside us or during nap time, and if there's not a nap time, we make do, and that's what we love. One of the things we love most is the flexibility that we get to work it and still be with our kiddos and not away at a job all day. So like I said, we want to jump in just by telling you a little bit about who we are. So if there's some baby coos or we get interrupted at all, just bear with us, that we're going to do the best we can. So like I said, my name is Kim, and I'm the founder of Team Fit with Faith. A little bit over a year and a half ago. In that year of coming in just regular, first rank that you start out as a coach, I worked my way up to a star dining coach. And I absolutely have loved the journey here. It has helped me grow into the best person that I've ever been so far in my life, and to connect with awesome ladies like Tina and Steph here on the call. And that's one of the biggest things you'll find about coaching is an awesome support system and awesome people that you get to work with every day that are more friends than bosses or coworkers or anything else. So when I started the team, the team is kind of founded on having faith in ourselves, which is something we all usually need to work on and don't come in with. I know I had been somebody that gave up on myself my whole life. So when I started Beachbody, I was actually just looking for a way to bring in some money from home. My husband worked full time, and he was gone like 60, 70, 80 hours a week. 60 would be a really good week. And then we have a commute on top of it that left him out of the house pretty much all day. And he didn't see my son a lot. And that was something that really bothered me. And I knew that I didn't want that to be the rest of our lives. And at the same time, I also wanted to be able to stay home with my kids and not have two of us working. But for me to stay home, things were really, really tight financially. And we had some debt. We were not in a house yet. And I wanted to have another baby to afford that. So I made a post in a mom's group and heard about a ton of work from home opportunities. Most of them were very salesy, and people were very pushy, and it really just kind of turned me off. But there was one person who wasn't pushy, who happened to be a Beachbody coach, and she just let me know if I was interested in working on myself, my health and fitness, to give her a shout, and she'd be happy to tell me more. I did, and I found out it was Beachbody. And because even though I had done workouts when I was younger and loved them and love health and fitness, I was just kind of like, thanks, but no thanks. Because once I watched the video, I realized it was kind of like a sales job, or so I thought. So I almost didn't sign up because of that. That was my biggest kind of misconception about the business. And actually, if you feel like you're selling as a coach, then you're doing something wrong. We are people to share our journeys and our stories and ourselves, and we inspire other people to make the kinds of that we've made. So I never had to sell, so that hesitation was completely gone. And if you have that one too, I hope you'll discover that over the next couple of days with us. Also, I have a very strong faith in God, and I was very, very closely walking, still am, with the Lord. And at that time, I was very concerned that this would be a worldly company with a lot of focus on body. And that was something that was going to help me grow in my faith. If it wasn't going to align with my faith, it wasn't going to be for me. So I made that very clear to my coach when I signed up. If I found that I wouldn't be sticking with it. And within the first 30 days, I fell in love. I started with Insanity. I figured go big or go home. I was thin, but I was hanging there. I had lost all my muscle during my pregnancy and postpartum, and I really wanted to feel strong again and confident. I wanted to feel like my husband was attracted to me. I needed confidence, and I needed energy to get through the day, and I just needed a little something for me. Days are very long, and they can be mundane, and I needed just a little bit of time. So it was so good for me, and it actually has allowed me to grow a lot closer to the Lord in my faith as well. And that's what a lot of what this team is founded on, is we are women who love each other, who love this business opportunity, who love our families, who love God, and we're trying to make positive changes in our lives and in the lives of those around us. And so I was pleasantly surprised to find that those hesitations that I had were out the door within 2 weeks. My life was already by 2 weeks so much better than before I had started. So and my favorite thing about coaching, I almost forgot. My favorite thing about coaching is really the fact that I get to see lives changing around every single day for the better, and to know that I have a part in that, and that it has been the first thing in my life I haven't given up on. And that trend of making decisions out of fear and not making decisions out of fear really held me back for 28 years since I was a little kid. And so despite my fear, taking that leap of faith, feeling God put that on my heart to do coaching, even though I put it off for 4 months and was hesitant for 4 months, taking that leap, I realized that's the only way I was actually going to grow in my faith, is if I started taking leaps of faith and if I started believing in myself. And so that is part of the name Fit with Faith, is I needed to learn how to have faith in myself, and Beachbody helped me do that. This team helped me do that. And that's really my favorite thing about coaching, is that we get to help other people learn how to have faith in themselves every single day. And we have to kind of continuously remind ourselves of that as a team. And so that's really my favorite thing, is that I was a professional quitter, and now I'm a professional won't give upper. Okay, so Tina is going to share a little bit about herself too.
Hi everyone, I'm Tina, and I started as a Beachbody coach about 4 months ago. I've had 2 babies in 2 years, and I just found myself not happy with where I was. I was happy where I was in life with, having my babies, but in that I kind of lost myself. I gained weight from the first pregnancy and I didn't lose it, and then I had a second pregnancy and I found myself not happy with myself. I had really low energy. I didn't fit in any of my clothes. I knew that I needed something. I knew that I needed to work on myself, and going to the gym was extremely not, something that's easy to do when you have 2 small children. So when I found Kim, I just kind of felt that it was what I needed to do, but I made excuses for a while. I just thought, how am I going to fit this in? Like, I have 2 kids, 2 and under. I have to clean my house and cook and do all the things that wives and mothers do, like a million things. And I was scared that I wasn't going to be able to fit it into my life, but it's really fit into my life perfectly. It doesn't take up that much time. I find an hour a day where I sit down to devote to my business while my kids are napping or playing, or in the morning before they wake up, or at night after they go to bed. I make it work. And so it's the time thing that I was worried about really hasn't been a big issue at all. He's a little bit upset right now. But so my favorite thing about coaching is that it really has changed my life in so many ways. I'm going to put him down. Sorry guys, I'm going to let him play on the floor. So my favorite thing is that it's really helped change my life in so many ways, and the biggest part is that you all help hold me accountable. By me, like with my challengers, every day I'm telling you, I'm helping you eat clean and drink your water and exercise and drink your Shakeology. And so for me, I have to be an example, and I have to do that too. And then I see everybody else doing that as well, and it really motivates me and encourages me, and it really holds me accountable as well. So that's my favorite thing about being a Beachbody coach, is it's really been a whole new world and healthy lifestyle that's just been such a hugely positive thing in my life.
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Stephanie, and like Tina, I have my little baby on my lap, so I hope she is good for this. But I had been watching Kim for almost a year before I made any kind of effort to get myself in a better position. Physically, I had just watched her my whole pregnancy, was amazing everything that she did, and I knew I had to do it, but I, like Tina, came up with a million excuses. I didn't have time. The biggest thing for me was after having my second baby, I did not feel good about myself, the way I looked physically, how I felt emotionally. I didn't feel like I was confident enough. And so when the coaching position, came along, that Kim asked me about, I was like, no way am I going to coach anyone feeling this overweight. And I just had a baby 2 months ago. There's no way I'm going to, encourage anyone or inspire anyone to, get their life in order when I feel so horrible about the way my body life is going. So physically, I just wasn't where I wanted to be. The weight fell off with the first baby pretty quickly, but this one, it was just stuck. I didn't want to go anywhere. So after I got over that hesitation and finally said, okay, let's do this, the weight just started falling off. I felt more confident immediately just doing something for myself for 30 minutes a day, working out and drinking my shake. My marriage got better. Like I said, my confidence level was like through the roof. And for me, as a stay-at-home mom with 2 babies, I felt very isolated for the first couple months of my second baby. I just felt like I love my kids, but I felt stuck at home with no friends. My husband was working tons to provide for us, and going from working at my store pretty much full time and being interactive with customers and friends and church life, being, you know, on the worship team and in youth ministry, to basically nothing but staying home, taking care of 2 babies. I just felt like I wasn't adding any value to people's lives. I just wasn't doing anything. I wasn't talking to my friends. I wasn't going on play dates. I wasn't doing anything like that. And since becoming a coach, I talk to women all day long who are in the same position. I go on play dates with them now, and I have the energy to run around after my 2.5-year-old, like, who's jumping all over the place. It's really changed every aspect of my life via confidence, how I feel, the weight coming off and still coming off, the friendships that I've made. I have just these 2 ladies right here. We talk daily, and which is what I needed. And having, you know, godly friends is a big thing for me, and it's just been amazing. And my challengers that I've, you know, had under me, their lives are being changed by this, and I get to invest in them and feel like I'm adding value to people's lives, which is really awesome. So that's the biggest favorite thing for me.
So hopefully this allows you just to see that we are just real women, moms who are busy and who had a lot of probably the same concerns and hesitations as you. Hopefully that will allow you to trust us a little bit over the next week as we share things, and help you realize that we are not actually here to convince you to coach. We are just here because I know that if I would have walked away with all those preconceived notions and hesitations and fears that were misfounded, I never ever would have done this. And by being able to be plugged into something like this and learn a little bit more about the business opportunity and why it actually wasn't what I thought, I am so glad for that, because that is what changed. You've heard all of us say our lives for the better because of this opportunity. And it's unique in how it does that to each person, but it really is an all-encompassing thing that will make your life better from the inside out, because you do better from the inside out. And so we're really glad that you're here and that you're thinking about it. Remember, we're not pressuring you at all to do this. We just want to share some information, a little bit about who we are as coaches, what we do, how we make money, you know, what you can expect, and you know, how you could get signed up if you decide to join us. So we're looking forward to spending the next few days with you. You will be hearing from us soon, and we hope everybody has a great day.